Okay, I'm live now.
I'm gonna be coughing.
Hmm?
I'm gonna have to cough.
Just cover your mouth. Hey Manfried fans! Welcome to the very first Manfried the Man live stream with me, Caitlin. There's no one watching right now, so I'm literally just talking to no one. Oh, I got some people watching now. Alright, let's get this party started. Hey, Kelby! How's it going? So as you can see, today I'm designing some stickers. They're gonna be... Oh, it's Kelly. That's cool. I'll just sit here and chat with Kelly. I'm making some buff cat stickers. They're like lifting some fish. Don't mind the background noise. Matt's just playing games in the background. Talk about my day? Is that Luke? Who else would have that username? Can you hear all right? Today I went to work. It was cold. Didn't really get up to much at work, just the usual. Just working the daily grind. I did have a bit of a breakthrough on the next Manfried script, which is always good. Matt's sick today, so he's supposed to be at work, but he's at home right now playing games next to me, listening while I talk to myself. Did I have a breakthrough plot-wise? Yeah, kind of. I got some like feedback from Rick, which was very helpful. So I think it's more like character breakthrough, which kind of like feeds into the plot. And the plot is like pretty basic. Like, I'm trying to, like, not make it so convoluted, I guess. Because you don't want to get, like, too bogged down in plot when you're just reading, like, a Manfried book. I even have, like, a character arc all mapped out for Manfried, which is pretty cool. Manfried's gonna learn some stuff about life. I hope you all don't mind listening to the Your Name soundtrack. I mean, like, whoever uploaded this to YouTube is probably also going to jail. So I'm not too worried. So I got some pretty sexy buff cats here. What do you think of my buff cats? Oh yeah. Uh-oh, Adam's here now too. Quickly, ask me some questions so I have something to talk about. Don't just ask me how my day went, because it, like, went exactly the same as it always goes. How was my lunch? Well, I had some chicken tendies. Didn't have any ketchup, which was a big faux pas on my side. Forgot to grab some ketchup packets, so that was like the big drama of my day. Adam asks, how do the men in Manfried the Man reproduce? To which I will reply, only once, live, in person, right now. How do you think they reproduce? No, don't even tell me that, because I want to know what you think. You see, when a daddy cat and a mommy cat love each other very much, they get a man from a man shelter. That's about as much as I'm going to give you. Or should I say, when a daddy man and a daddy man love each other very much. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Tumblr will go down that rabbit hole for me. You know what? I hope that they do, but also, like, I hope that I never see it. My favorite planet? I'm a really big fan of that, like, planet that, that's, like, hiding in the solar system. I don't know if you've heard about that one, but, you know, like, the government will never tell you about it, but it does exist. And It's actually in retrograde with Venus right now. And so it's like the cause of all of the like recent turmoil that we've been experiencing. I don't know how much you know about astrology. Planet X, huh? No, it's not Planet X. Don't be ridiculous. It's actually called Vulcan. Yeah, like the Star Trek Vulcan. Just Google it. You will be extremely educated by watching a few YouTube videos about this. Okay, I think I'm just gonna stick with 3 cats for now. Let me go ahead and clean these guys up. Probably not going to stream for too long today, since this is pretty much just like an experiment, and Matt's sick, so I don't want to bug him too much. If Manfried and Roger fought to the death, who would win? Now, Manfried has the weight over Roger, but Roger definitely has like superior athletic abilities. So, I mean, Manfried could probably just like crush Roger. But then again, if Roger ran away, then Manfried would have like absolutely no chance of catching up to him. So, I don't know, I think it would be like a pretty tight match. But I'm gonna go with Manfried. Also, I think that Manfried would just like want it more. Like he would just want to live more. That's like pretty grim. Manfried has more to live for, is what I'm trying to say. This cat has like ginormous ears. I think that's part of his appeal though. Thanks for stopping by. Kelly asks, if I, a human woman, appeared in the Manfried universe, how would they react? I feel like this is going down like that same rabbit hole, but I mean, like, if I appeared as I am right now, like wearing clothes, I think that they would probably just think that I'm like another man, like a weird looking man, but still just another man. Also, like, I would be human sized, so I would look like a ginormous man. Or maybe they would think that I'm just like a giant hairless cat. Luke asks, what do the cat people call furries who want to be human? I think they call them skinnies. That's the technical term, yeah. They're like cats who dress up in human skin suits. It's very like Silence of the Lambs. It's not cute at all. If you didn't want to be grossed out, you shouldn't have asked the question. Some knowledge just was never meant to be known. I'll move this ear over. Don't you like want to know what Photoshop brushes I'm using or something? Something constructive? For the record, I'm using... which one am I using? This one. Inker Simple Round. This is part of like a brush pack. Chris Wong asks, what resolution do you work on your comics in general? 300 DPI is usually the standard. Although working on the new book, we were working at 400 DPI just because it was going to print. So these stickers actually end up being vector. I have to convert them to a vector to send them to the sticker printer. So I usually do that in Illustrator after the fact. But I try to make the design as simple as possible. Like the line work, so I don't have to spend too long doing that. Luke asks, will this cat person have more than 2 nipples? Currently he doesn't actually have any nipples. I believe that like his fur is covering up his nipples. So possibly, yeah. I'll leave that up to your imagination. Perhaps he'll have like nipples all the way down his abs like that. Is that too many? How many nipples do cats have? Like 6, I think. Do male cats have nipples? It's a question that no one can answer. I suppose we'll never know. So Manfried fans, perhaps you could answer some questions for me while we're here. Is there anything, I mean, other than like men doing it that you want to see in the Manfried comics? More cats, more men, less cats, more men? Luke requests more shiny, oily boys. I think I can do that. I think I can deliver on that. I'll add 10% more shiny, oily boys to my comic. Men shedding. I think I can do that too. Just like man hair all over your new jumper. You always like know when somebody has a cat because they'll just have like strands of cat hair on their jacket or like on the bottom of their jeans. I'm very observant, like Sherlock Holmes. Kelby requests new characters. New cat characters or new men characters, or like both? Both new cat characters and new men characters. I think in the next book I'm going to write in some men enthusiasts, some cats who are just like really into their men. Competitive man show cats. I've never actually been to a cat show before. But like, I think that they don't do those like obstacle courses like they do at dog shows. But I think that a man show would probably include some like feats of strength or something. Men are well known for their feats of strength. I think cat shows are usually just like how pretty the cats look. Luke would like to see taxes done in the next book. Some riveting tax form filling. I mean, I guess it's something that everyone can relate to. It's a truly universal subject, taxes. Or do you mean that the men would do taxes during the man show? Like the men would have to prove how smart they are by doing taxes. I've known some men to do taxes before. It's a thing that men do. they're judged on their ability to do taxes. I see Fluffy over here did not submit his 8-6 form, so he's going to be docked a few points in his overall score, although he is very fuzzy wuzzy and cute. I think I would like to see more fuzzy wuzzy men. This cat's pretty jacked. In case anyone is not sure what these jacked cats are referencing, there's this like amazing YouTube video of this Japanese game show where there are like fish out in a field, and these like stray cats come and like pick up the fish, and the fish get progressively more and more heavy, and it's like a cat lifting game show. It's probably the best video that's ever been made. I know there have been some pretty good videos made, like, in the history of people making videos, but that one is easily the best. Also, one of my favorite things in podcasts, and so I guess like by proxy in live streams, is when people describe videos. So I hope that you enjoyed my description of this amazing video. I could probably go into more detail if you like. Luke asks, where is the deep V? But I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to be more specific there, Luke. Oh, right! The area between the abs and pubis. Oh, shit. How could I forget the deep V? Hang on, I gotta Google this. Just give me a sec. I'm just gonna Google deep V and see what comes up. I'm sure that nothing bad will come up. No, it's just pictures of V-necks. Deep V muscles. Yeah, that's pretty sexy. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna draw in that V. It's getting a little tangenty there. I don't think the cat should have a belly button, because I don't think the cats have belly buttons. Am I correct? I've never seen a belly button on a cat before. Man, how did I not know what a deep V was? Is that V deep enough for you? Bring it up a bit on this side. It's a perfect amount of deep. Damn, this cat is sculpted. If I'm ever like feeling down about my artwork or like my abilities as an artist or my career, then my favorite thing to do is to just draw like sexy guys and butts, and then I remember why I learned to draw in the first place. Because really, it's not about pleasing other people. It's about drawing what you want to draw, your heart's desire. For me, it's just butts and abs. Pretty sexy looking cat. These fish look pretty heavy, to be fair. Okay, what color should I do this guy? Does he look like a tabby? Maybe like a ginger. I'll go with the middle ground. He'll be a tabby ginger. Just like Manfried. I'm gonna give him blue eyes. I'm gonna call this guy Garfield. No copyright infringement intended. Just gonna get sued on all accounts now. Streaming music, stealing licensed properties. He doesn't look exactly like Garfield. Maybe I'll call him like Gorefield. Or just Gorf. Garth? Garth. Okay, that's it. I'm going with Garth. He's like Garfield's cool cousin. So speaking about stealing licensed content, when I was like setting up the Manfried YouTube channel, I was showing it to my boss, and he just like typed Manfried the Man into YouTube, and this like video came up that was if somebody had just like taken a bunch of the Manfried comics and like put them into a YouTube video. And I think it was called like 10 plus comics that show when people and men switch places. Oh, like when cats and men switch places. And I had like 500,000 views. Kind of just wanted to like download the video and re-upload it to my own channel. Look at this orange boy. He is very orange. I think I'll give him white belly. Just bring that all the way down. Maybe I'll get some like ribs in there. Yeah, I don't really like that. What a sweet little ginger boy. Give him some little sockies. Little toes. Cute. Maybe some dark stripes. So we went to Japan over the New Year break and went to a Bengal cat cafe in Kyoto. Man, those cats were so chill. I've like never seen a cat so chill. All they wanted to do was just sleep. I thought that Bengal cats were like pretty high maintenance. Felt kind of bad later though, because I read like an article about how the animals in those like animal cafes in Japan get like treated really bad. So I felt like I was like supporting that, but at the time I was having a good time hugging these like Bengal cats. don't know, I didn't really see exactly. The thing that I was reading didn't really go into a lot of specific details about how the animals were mistreated. I think that I'm like beginning to suspect that the cats were like drugged to keep them like chill. But they had like every single animal imaginable. They had like a cafe for it. Like there were like owls and there were foxes and there were like hedgehogs. I think the dog ones were probably fine because it's like dogs just like want to hang out all the time. But something like an owl, like an owl does not want to be around people. And they would have these like girls that would like stand on the street corners like wearing cute dresses and stuff, and they'd have these like owls tethered to them. Those owls did not look particularly happy. I've been to a couple of cat cafes in North America, but I think that they're like a little stricter about like animal living conditions than they are in Japan. Like I know that the couple that are here in Toronto, the cats are like up for adoption and they like treat them well and stuff. Although like every single time I go into a cat cafe, it always just smells like a vet. So it's not like particularly appealing if you're gonna like eat or anything. I mean, most of them don't even have food. They just have like drinks. I'm gonna get these stripes down eventually. We were gonna try go to Cat Island when we were in Japan, but it's actually like really super far out of the way, and also it was like winter when we were there. You have to like catch a ferry. I wasn't even sure if it was gonna be running, but it would have been pretty cool to go see Cat Island, the famous Cat Island. Pretty sad that I didn't see one celebrity cat while I was in Japan. I thought that there would be celebrity cats just like on every street corner, but there's not as many as you would think. I think I'm gonna stop messing around with this guy now. I might just give him little white paws. Although they kind of look flesh colored. Oh well. He's just got like human hands. These human hands are really freaking me out now, so I think I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go over them. Okay, I think I might call it a night after this one, so that I'm not bugging Matt too much. Does anybody have any last questions for me before we wrap it up? I'll probably try and do another one next week. I'll finish off the rest of these buff cat guys. Luke asks, what's it like being a woman in comics? And my answer to that is, if you come to TCAF, I'm going to be on a panel that's called not Women in Comics, but something similar, and then I'll tell you all about it. TCAF is in Toronto, by the way, for those listening who aren't in Toronto. You can come see me there. Get a copy of the Manfried book. It's in May. Thank you, Luke, for trolling me. Thanks to everyone else for tuning in. The first official Manfried live stream with me, your host, Caitlin. Hope you have enjoyed this buff cat. He's looking pretty sexy. Thanks for the suggestion for the deep V, by the way. It made him like 1,000 times more sexy. Yes, that's right. I said 1,000. That's exactly how much more sexy he is with that deep V. Old goth here. Man, I'm looking forward to sticking this sexy cat on my notebook. I don't know about you. Anyway, keep an eye out. I'm gonna put these stickers up in the Etsy store once they're ready. I'm gonna just migrate everything over to the Etsy store instead of having that big cartel and the Etsy. So I'll let you all know when they're ready. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.